From time immemorial, transportation has represented a means of economic renaissance. Man, as a gregarious being, has had to move from one place to another for socio-economic reasons. These movements have aided the continued existence of man, especially in aiding the actualization of his remote and immediate needs. As a means of aiding movement from one place to another, especially with the advent of technology, which in turn brought about the invention of vehicles such as cars, buses, trains, boats, and aeroplanes, the need for transportation paths became necessary. As civilization has evolved, governments at various levels have always made it a point of duty to provide motorable roads to provide upland residents with easy means of transportation. Goods and services are therefore easily accessible by all. Politicians and community leaders advocate transportation policies as a form of economic development because a proper infrastructure links people, businesses, and resources together in the most efficient manner possible. In Ondo State, successive administrations have prided themselves as having tried their best in meeting the needs of the people of the state, ranging from provision of portable water, motorable roads, hospitals and schools amongst others. However, the bottom-top approach to development had left much to question. Hence the sectional agitation for government intervention in infrastructure development in certain climes. To correct the narrative, the Akaridolu administration, apart from dealing with the transportation challenges of the people in the upland senatorial districts of the state, this administration has also gone ahead to gauge the yearnings of the people in the southern senatorial district. Distinct for its riverine peculiarities, with the aim of solving their challenges. Ubonga is the gateway to the riverine communities. It is one of the upland communities in the area serving as dock and commercial link between the upland and riverine settlements. For many years, residents of riverine communities in ZLGA local government area of Ondo State have clamoured for attention to their waterways, which provide the only means of transportation for their goods, produce and services, which in turn provides a gateway for economic growth and advantages needed by the community. Succor has now come their way as Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu ordered the dredging and channelization of the waterways. For over 2 decades, the people of Magbehinwa, Idiogba-Alagbon, among other riverine communities, have had difficulties in transporting themselves and their produce from one place to another, thereby hampering socio-economic development. This is not unconnected with the silts that have taken over their water spaces, the only means of transportation in the area. The situation has been left unattended for too long, and now the Akeredolu administration has swung into action to solve the problem.
This road was first of all dredged in 1977 by the federal government, by Westminster Dredging. As at that time, we enjoy a lot of benefit in terms of fishing in the riverine, in terms of transporting our goods, in terms of swimming, in terms of many things. We enjoy a lot of things. But since all these days now, this dredging has been blocked by this mud. We cannot get access to the boats and even to fish. Even if somebody is sick, you cannot easily quickly rush him to the hospital. Many people have lost their life because of this dredging that's been blocked.
We are talking about best practice. Sometimes when you don't understand the terrain, you want to be talking about the conventional practice. But when you understand the terrain where your operation is going on, you'll be talking about best practice relating with the local methodology and the best way of carrying out such projects. We start from community engagement, and before you have the key operations there. I want to tell you today that what ZLGA there beats some of our imagination, and she has started well.
Ilaje people are mainly fishermen, because they are surrounded by waters. But over the years, they couldn't even fish again because of the incursion of the Atlantic Ocean into their land. The place has been deserted, a lot of silting, a lot of erosion, a lot of silt incursion. They couldn't even farm in it. The major means of transportation in that area is through the river, which is no longer accessible to them.
Engagement with people of the area, including traditional rulers and other leaders of thoughts, has shown their warm reception of the initiative and the indication of their partnership with government in ensuring the success of the project.
I need development in the land. And when I see people coming to help me, because I don't have the capital intensive to do it. So if government is coming out with we partner with some organization, mine is to support them. That my people, please, I don't want us to thwart the effort of Mr. Governor and the partner that is coming. We must give them the best encouragement.
Nígbà tí a ti wọ Kànáànì sí bí báyìí, òkun yìí láti máa kó àwọn ẹrọ̀fọ̀ tó fi wá blọ́ọ̀kù àárín wa yìí. Gbà tó ti ní àwọn ẹrọ̀fọ̀ yẹn, ó wá máa ń ba machine engine wa jẹ́. Èmi báyìí mo ní tó mẹ́ta tí ó jẹ́ pé mi ò ní kankan mọ́ lónìí tí gbogbo rẹ̀ fi destroy. Àǹfààní díẹ̀ tá ń rí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí ni pé a rí pé èyí tí wọ́n kó àwọn ọkọ̀ méjì yìí wá yìí, àwọn ibi tí wọ́n tún ṣe inú ẹ̀, a rí pé ó ń bẹ́tà díẹ̀díẹ̀. A dẹ̀ rí pé a dẹ̀ ń gbà ládùúrà pé kí Ọlọ́run kó bá wa ṣe kí wọ́n lè parí ẹ̀, kí nǹkan irinṣẹ́ wọn kó má jóná, kó má bàjẹ́.
The project is a welcome idea. We have been expecting it for so long, for the dredging of our own waterway. Since the dredging has been blocked, to transport our goods down to Naira market is very hard. To catching fish also, that one is totally blocked also. It's very hard for the boat that carry goods from here to Naira market here, so difficult. To the extent, the fears is ×3. But when I saw this your company, the ZLGA, come for the rescue, really appreciate that.
This project, to me, it's a welcome development. It's a laudable project, and I believe to add value and to development of the area of the Ugbo people in Idiogba-Alagbon axis, particularly not even for the Idiogba-Alagbon people only, but to assist in the development of Ugbo Kingdom as a whole.
It is a new dawn for residents who can now have a sigh of relief as their boats can now travel easily on the waterways, courtesy of the dredging and channelization carried out by the government. Consultant to the Ondo state government on waste management as well as environmental and ecological matters, whose firm, ZL Global Alliance, handled the dredging project, Dr. Abiola Bashorun said all hands were on deck to complete the job as and when due.
The goals kind of shifted because when it's different when you are assessing from a distance, and it's different when your assessment is a spot assessment. But in this kind of business, we always give room for change because environmental issues, ecological issues change with the seasons. and also it changes as you stay on. So the strategy we were meant to employ when we get there was usually to go in and block some channels and use the swamp buggy to desilt some areas. But the strategy changed when we found out that we couldn't even get to the point with the equipment. So we had to change. We gave us a variation, and a variation report has been written and submitted to the state government. But so far, we were on it. It's an emergency intervention, so we're making sure that everything we're doing is swift. There's no room for wasting time. We hit a brick wall somewhere, we drill through the big brick wall, and then we keep moving. That's what we've been doing.
ZL Global Alliance has mobilised men and resources to ensure the execution of the project. Already, dredgers have been moved to site, working from different ends of the affected communities, with experts monitoring every stage of the project.
So far, we've been here for weeks. We've been able to do works of dredging. We've heard from the community what they want. We started dredging from Yaye, and then we have to move close to this that's the linkway pathway to the ocean. We are just here on another visitation to see how work is progressing. With the feelers from the community, I believe they are happy with the work going on, and I hope we'll be able to continue and complete the job.
Already, the impact of the project is being felt as boats now move with ease on water against the previous experience residents had had. Apart from the distilling and channelization project, the company has commenced an empowerment scheme for fishermen and women towards boosting their source of livelihood. Over 1,000 beneficiaries have registered for the initiative, which has been commended by critical stakeholders.
For ZL, it's always partnership all the way. We corporate adjust. Like the dredging part of the business was initiated by the government, so we were with a smaller partner. Now in this CSR that is initiated by ZL Global Alliance, the government is still a partner, but we are in the driver's seat. What it is the Akeredolu government has been doing a lot in making sure the channels are open for business, using transportation as a means for economic renaissance, right? Now, it is not every part of the state that is on land. The majority of the state is also on water. Ondo State owning the longest coastline, it is natural that a lot of ocean economy is going on around there. So this is what it is. If our bigger partner, which is the state, has come up with a huge budget to swift and sweep and clear the channels, the seashore, to ensure that economic activities are going and canoes and all the people are moving seamlessly, it is only natural that we, the private sector partner, will bring some economic empowerment to the people, because remember, they've been idle for a long time. I understand that nobody's been there to do this in the past almost 2 decades. So I believe that we need to jumpstart the economy by pumping in good business strategies and finance to make things move very quickly.
My experience for this project is it is necessary to ensure that activities like this happen continually. From information that reached us that it's been a long time the people of ZLGA community experience dredging activities on their waterway, which is more like an aberration. So they need to constantly ensure that dredging activities continue regularly. In fact, it's not supposed to be something that we're supposed to be proactive in our decision, so as not to have emergency situations that will cost life and properties. So we need to keep doing it regularly. That's what I feel about this experience, my experience, and my take from what the government should ensure that is done to salvage the situation. Like, ZL Global Alliance, our color is green, and our vision and our goal is excellence.
the modus operandi is right now we're bringing inclusion, financial inclusion, by putting them all in a cooperative, and all their details taken. They're going to be owning some sort of banking platform, either the electronic or non-electronic. All right, so ZL is coming in with our partners to empower them with equipment, outboard engines, nets, fishing hooks, fishing lines, and ZLGA College is also going to be training them on the modern ways of fishing so that it can be environmentally positive. So that is what we're doing, and we're going to be giving them this over a period such that they will have retained earnings to keep surviving whilst they are repaying. In all, we're looking in phase 1 because we're delivering this in phases so that we're not over leveraged. So in phase 1, we're having about 1,000 fishermen. We're having about 2,000 women and widows processing. Then we have another 1,000 or 1,005 youths helping with transportation and product movement. So in all, I think about 4,005 people.
Ondo State, Southern Senatorial District, is home to many resources that can aid development and progress of the area and, by extension, the state in general. For instance, ZLGA has a shoreline covering about 180 kilometers, thereby making Ondo State a state with the longest coastline in Nigeria. An extension of attention to the area by tackling factors that inhibit development will go a long way in attracting investors to the area and in turn enhancing the economic growth of Ondo State.
Amama jao, àjùmọ̀jùmọ̀ ṣe àjùmọ̀jùmọ̀.